Hello everybody, I'm SolitaryFalcon, and today I'll be going through the best levels in LEGO Indiana Jones 2. So I'll be choosing one level from each of the 6 chapters, and I've based these on the enjoyability the level has, the replayability, and the overall design, alongside my own personal opinion. Do let me know in the comments your favourite level in LEGO Indiana Jones 2, and if you've enjoyed today's video, a like would be greatly appreciated, and if you want more LEGO content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Right then, let's get into it. Starting with the first film, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I have to say, how dare they remove the boulder scene? One of the most iconic moments in the films is reduced to a single cutscene. Shame on you. Anyway, back to the best level, and I've decided to go with Map Room Mystery. So what makes this level stand out for me is that it has the charm of the levels in the first LEGO Indiana Jones game, where it's a puzzle based level. So you start with Indy and Salah as you try to find the entrance to the Ark by building pieces so that Indy can use the staff, and we get the return of Indy's fear of snakes, which connects with the first game really well. This level is also one of the few in the game to have a second area where Marion joins you as you have to escape the room with even more snakes. This level has all the elements you need for a LEGO Indiana Jones level, lots of really good puzzles, which is why Map Room Mystery is the best level from Raiders of the Lost Ark. The Temple of Doom probably has some of the worst levels in the entire game, with Monkey Mischief and Mola Rampage being 2 absolutely bad levels, but in terms of the best level, I think it has to go to Temple Tantrum. So similar to Map Room Mystery, this level has lots of really good puzzles, but what makes this one stand out is that it includes a boss and henchmen for you to fight. So the level is all about defeating the Maharaja, who only has 1 heart, which is a big contrast to the Emperor Palpatine boss fight in LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, or the Joker boss in LEGO Batman. You have to move the platform the boss is on, while fighting numerous enemies, and I do really enjoy the puzzles as they utilise the character's abilities, from Indy's whip getting across the platforms, to high jump, and using the enemies' hats, a throwback to the first Indy game. And I think having a boss and henchman gives this level added bonus, which is why Temple Tantrum is by far the best level from Temple of Doom. The Last Crusade was a tough choice as there isn't a standout level, but I have decided to go with Berlin Brawl. Now every chapter has its own type of fighting level, whether that is in the Cairo market or in a cafe, but Berlin Brawl for me is absolutely chaotic, and what makes this level so good is you have to fight the enemies in lots of different ways, with Indy's whip being the main weapon throughout, whether he's tying up the enemy guards or dropping them from platforms. The final wave sees you having to defeat the enemies on motorcycles with a bazooka, which is a complete throwback to the worst level in LEGO Indiana Jones 1, Motorcycle Escape. I do like how you can pick up the different weapons alongside seeing Indiana Jones' unique attack moves. Berlin Brawl is a good classic fighting level and the best in The Last Crusade. The very first chapter you play in the game is the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull Part 1, and this was a toss between the first 2 levels, Hangar Havoc and Doomtown. But while Hangar Havoc does have the cutscene with Han Solo and Carbonite, I have to go with Doomtown. Now the level is all about trying to escape the house before it gets blown up by entering a fridge, and what I like about this level is its creepy atmosphere, to the mannequins constantly watching over you, to the camera angle capturing the dollhouse look. The puzzles are really solid, albeit not too complicated, but sometimes simple is the best policy. And overall, Doomtown has a good environment, and I enjoy entering each room wondering what the puzzle is going to be. It's a shame the level is quite short, but Doomtown is the best level from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull Part 1. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull Part 2 only has one real standout level for me, and that is Dovchenko Duel. So LEGO Indiana Jones 2 has a strange habit of making the final bosses these gigantic creatures, which I do not get the obsession with. Compared to the Mola Ram or Donovan boss fights, Dovchenko has an interesting style. So once you hit the boss, he gets dragged away by the ants, which looks terrifying, before turning into this gigantic ant creature, and all you have to do is put traffic cones on the anthills to weaken him. And what I really like here is you have to use the character's abilities to get the cones, whether that is repairing a truck and using the crystal skull to get past the ants. Not to forget, the ants do carry the cones away, so you have to chase after them. The boss starts to throw the ant at you by taking his head off, and then rides a shark who attacks you also. Come on, this level is getting top marks for that alone. Dovchenko Duel is a great level and is one of the best boss fights in the entire game. The final chapter, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull Part 3, has some okay levels, but none that really stand out. The one I've chosen to go with is Temple Tangle. So most of the levels I've mentioned have the charm that made us fall in love with the first LEGO Indiana Jones game. Temple Tangle certainly delivers on that. So you have to get the boss down to fight you by finding 2 crowns, and throughout this part are multiple puzzles for you to complete, whether that is matching the images or connecting the lights. What makes this level stand out for me are the traps. The traps are iconic to Indiana Jones, and having to avoid them to get the objects to the other side is what I want to see in a LEGO Indiana Jones game. And once the boss starts to fight you, you cannot fight him like a normal boss. You have to use Indiana Jones's whip to drag him over to the traps, which only adds to the brilliance of this level, albeit the boss fight is rather short. I could not think of another level that shouts LEGO Indiana Jones than Temple Tangle, and that is why it is one of the best. So those were the best levels in LEGO Indiana Jones 2. The adventure continues. Do let me know in the comments which level is your favourite, and if you've enjoyed today's video, a like would be greatly appreciated, and if you want more LEGO content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope to see you all very soon.